What's happening, boys? We're going to do a quick build breakdown on my supercharged 2008 TL Type-S. I have the front bumper off. I was just doing some servicing on the front end and I needed the bumper off, but it's actually easier for me to show you guys what's going on really quick. This is a 2008 Acura TL Type-S. The chassis got about 390,000 something kilometers on it. Pretty cool. It's still in half decent condition. So let's start with the big things first. We're running a Guernsey Bear Performance Stage 1 supercharger kit. That comes with the Roadtrek C3881 supercharger. The supercharger's right there. There's a bunch of parts that come with the Stage 1 kit. I'll just put them on the screen right here. The majority of those are still on the car, but we have obviously changed out a few things, so I'll tell you what we got in this one. In addition to the Stage 1 supercharger kit, also running the Guernsey Bear Performance billet intake manifold system, and that is that big thing you see up here. It actually is not just an upper manifold, it's an X-Ram design, so it is the lowers as well that you can see right there. You can kind of see underneath here. Also running the Guernsey Bear Performance custom billet fuel rails. And we're running 6AN fuel lines back to the stock system. No return or anything right now, but that is definitely in the works for the future. It's pretty crazy. Obviously, it has this dual throttle body setup. These are both OEM throttle bodies. One's just flipped upside down. So there's the master throttle body and it's keyed into a follower. So this one's mechanically driven. It's pretty cool. Check out the install series videos on my channel. They're pretty cool and they were fun to do. We actually had the CEO/owner of Guernsey Bear Performance, Andy, come down and do the install with us, which was really awesome. Shout out to Andy. This is crazy and I'm really glad that people make cool parts for these cars. In a recent video, some of you guys would have seen, we installed the full intake system for J-Series Roadtrek supercharger kits. There's a 3-inch and a 3.5. I have the 3-inch because I have the Roadtrek C3881. The intake used to be right off of the Roadtrek's unit, so down at the bottom. Now it's relocated up here. Better overall for airflow, IATs, and it's actually better for transient throttle response. When we did the billet intake manifold, we also swapped over to Bosch 1000cc injectors. We had 550s in the car before, and those were pretty much maxed out on our last tune. Obviously, there's a lot more airflow and efficiency with the intake manifold system. It's pretty crazy, so I ended up going with 1000cc injectors. Another thing that came with the kit, but I'm still running, that you guys ask a lot about, is the fuel pump. So we're running an Aeromotive 340 in-tank fuel pump, and that thing's still fine. No issues there. Another thing you guys ask about a lot is the blow-off valve. What blow-off valve am I running? Where is it now? Before, when we had the stock intake manifold, it was on the upper intake pipe, converted it to dual throttle body, so it's down here now. This is where it sits right now. We have a Turbo Smart Raceport blow-off valve, and this is the one that comes with the Stage 1 kit. We are running innovative 75A poly engine mounts, and those have been amazing. I've heard people complain about vibration. I haven't noticed any difference whatsoever. Sitting at a light, I don't get any crazy rattling or anything like that. The car feels great. I've never had anybody say anything about it, so highly recommend those. Those are great. This is the intercooler that comes with the kit. You can see how it's plumbed in there. Mine's a bit different, obviously, because I have the billet intake manifold system. So obviously this piping is a little bit different than how it would come with the Stage 1 kit, but more or less it's the same. You have your oiling system and cooler for the Roadtreks here. It's all kind of a self-contained unit, which is pretty sweet. So if you're doing like an oil change on the Roadtreks, you can do it separately if you really want to, but you should really just do everything at the same time. I'm going to throw the front bumper back on since I've showed you guys all this stuff. I can show you guys some of the aero and kind of how the car looks when it's put together. Got the bumper in here. Just figured I'd show you guys the Z and C63. In case you haven't seen them in a while. So for tuning, I'm running a Honda Flash Pro. I'm tuned by Derek at IMW Tune. Little miscellaneous things. We have a EGR delete right there. I have a Brake Master cylinder brace from 9VA. It's actually Jonah or Basics MT on Instagram. I'm not sure if he still sells them, but it's a pretty cool piece. I'm sure if you reach out to him, he might be able to get you one still. For exhaust, we have RV6 pre-cat deletes. You can kind of see this front one has a heat shield around it. That came with the intake, so that's pretty cool. After that, we have the RV6 V3 long tube J-pipe. And then for the catback portion, we have the Exhilarate catback. Unfortunately, it's discontinued. This was the resonated catback. We've deleted the resonator and rear mufflers and replaced that with 2 vibrant ultra quiet resonators in the mid pipe. For the wheel and tire setup, I'm running Volk T37 SL in pressed double black. They are 18 by 9.5 plus 22. That's a squared setup, but I'm running a 5mm slip-on spacer in the rear. For tires, I'm running 235 4018 Nankang AR1s up front, and I'm actually running a smaller 225 4018 Falcon Zenith RT660 in the rear. I just had to replace the fronts and I wanted to try the AR1 out, and this was the size I could get. I'll probably go back to a 225 to be honest. As you can see, I've destroyed my fenders. The AR1s are awesome. They hook really, really well. I might try the CRS out on this thing that I have on the C63, so we'll see about that. All right. That guy has to know I live here because he does that every day. It's kind of hilarious. For suspension, I'm running BC Racing BR series coilovers. I might upgrade to the DS series just because obviously they have the digressive shock, and for daily driving, I think that would be really cool for this. It would just make it even more comfortable. They're already good, but the DS is apparently even better, so I kind of want to try that out. Let's talk about everything we've got on the exterior of the car. This car has the full OEM A-Spec kit, so that's front, sides, and rear. I have a full artwork body shop kit, but we'll just go through it one by one. I'll put all the options that I have on the screen just so it's easy for you guys to copy down. So I have the artwork body shop front splitter, which I absolutely love. It was kind of like my first viral-ish video where I took the front end off this car, hit something in the driveway, and like pushed a whole bunch of stones up. The only damage from that was this little mark right here. These things are super tough. Highly, highly recommend Artwork Body Shop stuff. I have the Artwork Body Shop side splitters. I also have the Artwork Body Shop rear spats. Got the Artwork Body Shop OEM style rear diffuser. And then lastly, we have the Artwork Body Shop rear spoiler. Probably my favorite piece on the car, I'm not gonna lie. I know some people were on the fence about it, but I think it adds so much to the car. It just looks cooler. I don't know. There's something about it that I can't even really figure out, but it looks sick. Oh, and then another thing that a lot of people ask me about, I have OEM Honda window visors. I don't know where to get them from because it seems like everybody's discontinued them. So in the interior, I have Brahma Elite V2s. These are in the black leatherette and black suede colorway, and I absolutely love these. I never find them uncomfortable or anything, and they just look really good. Highly recommend those. I also have the East Detailing steering wheel cover. I sewed that on myself. More recently, I did this eBay center console, and it matches the interior super well. It's just black leather. I did a horrible job on it, but it's black leather and black stitching, and it just matches the interior way better. Everything's kind of tied together now, which is super cool. Everything else is stock. Dash is uncracked, which is kind of wild. Rear seats are still stock. In the interior, on the second screen, we still have the Pioneer NEX. I'll put the exact name of it on the screen so you guys can check it out. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but yeah, I think that's pretty much everything done to the car. It's a pretty simple build when you think about it. Like, I know a lot of people get fixated on the cost of like boosting the car and everything, but kind of got to pay to play when you're doing this kind of stuff. So I'll add up the totals and kind of put up what it would cost for you to replicate this setup if you had a completely bone stock, like I'm talking not even A-Spec TL. Highly worth it, I'd say. Make sure you guys let me know if you have any other questions on the build. I kind of think they're an underappreciated chassis and platform. I want to see more of these things built and boosted, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. Alright, what's happening, fellas? I'm actually on the way right now to buy wheel spacers for the cab. Just some 12 mils that I found on Facebook Marketplace. 150 bucks for 4 spacers plus bolts. That's pretty cheap, so ready to go. Get these spacers on. This is the before. Fitment's like decently sunk. I mean, I'm not trying to get it like super flush. I know it's just 12 mil. It's not really going to do that. I do think we can get it a little better. Got the first wheel off. Got one of the spacers on there right now. I don't know what I was thinking. I was gonna get 30 mil spacers for this thing. These are 12 mil, and I gotta say, these are pretty perfect. 30 would have been sticking way past the fender, so I actually got lucky that this was the only thing available. That is pretty mint. This is how we're sitting right now. It looks really good. It's a little dirty, so please don't mind that. I'm happy with where it's sitting at right now. I kind of want to go a bit lower. Even if I could get it like a 1/4 inch. Could be better. I could go with like 15 or 20. I kind of want new wheels for this thing anyways. I love these for OEM wheels. These are sick. There's actually a set of 5-spoke Vossens that I'm kind of into. Yeah, she looks good. No whip alert! Looks really good on camera too.
Speed.
Yeah.
We get your first impressions.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just weird because you can't hear it. But I think that's a good thing though. It makes the car feel a little faster if you can't hear it, you know?
Yeah, true. How's fuel tone? Oh, I can't even reach the pedal. Back. Should I do a pull?
Here we go, guys!
You know what? It's actually not that bad.
It's like Hyundai Elantra power, you know?
Yeah. I like it though, because you can beat the shit out of it. And who cares? Like, yeah. Oh man, that's funny. I actually really like it. This is a really good feeling gearbox.
Yeah.
Like this is like Honda good.
That's better. The steering and the gearbox are the best part about the car. Yeah. I'd say. Like, oh, it's very go-karty. Like,
very. That's weird. I'm just finishing up the video and I forgot to film anything. Today was a shorter one, but I just wanted to get this one out for you guys because a lot of you have been asking for a parts list. So I actually just added up the total for the TL build and I never really knew what it was before, to be honest with you. Again, you don't have to do everything I did. Realistically, you could do the supercharger kit for $6 grand and a set of high flow precats and a tune. So let's say $7,000, you could have your car supercharged, tuned, drivable, making power. The other stuff's an option. You don't have to get T's, they're expensive. I have Cosmos wheels back here that are like 1,500 bucks. They're perfectly fine. Some of you still prefer them actually. So in my opinion, you get what you pay for. I want my cars to feel better than stock. I don't want to put anything on a car that feels worse or performs worse or is less durable or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but It's just the way I look at it. Like, yes, would I like to get everything for dirt cheap? Sure. Yes, I put that money into the car, but it hasn't been all at once. I didn't just sit there and dump 30 grand into the car. This build was done over like 4 or 5 years. So if you split it up year over year, it's really not that bad. I'm sure there's a set of BBS wheels out there that cost as much as the entire build. So it kind of puts things in perspective, right? I want to start the build on this thing pretty soon. Been waiting to build this car for a few years now. Some of you guys know I already bought a turbo kit for this car once. Basically got scammed on it. I will go more into detail when we start the build. This is another really cool platform. I think it's an overhated platform. It's funny that like I'm a J Series guy because it seems like J Series and VQ guys always go at each other, but maybe we can all be friends. Who knows? The plan is to go single turbo. I would like to go mid mount just because I think it sounds better. I've talked to a few companies. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go with yet. If you have a company that makes turbo kits for these and they're good and you'll actually send me the products instead of just taking my money, I am open to anything pretty much. That's kind of the update for this thing. The C63 is awesome. I do think we're gonna change the color of it. I love the white, but wouldn't mind something else. I would like to do a blower setup on that eventually. That's kind of like the next big thing, but I think just because it's an AMG, it's just going to cost a lot of parts. It'll be more. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys for watching. I know this was kind of short. I want to be posting more, so the videos might be a little shorter, but I think it's better than waiting a few months to post again. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.